Hello everyone, and today I'll be reading a Scaramouche listener by me. So let's get into it. Scaramouche kept much of his past a secret to you. That much was something that you knew, and you were okay with it for the most part. After all, just because you started dating, it didn't mean that you would have to know everything about him. You gave him his privacy, and if there was something that needed to be told, then you would know about it in due time. He didn't have to feel like he had to tell you something. And that went the other way around too. The two of you always took your time whenever you wanted to tell the other something. And it didn't bother you in the least bit. But sometimes, some things would have probably been good had they been told to you sooner. Maybe like the fact that he knew how to dance, and that he was extremely good at it too. After all, Scaramouche used to perform traditional dances. It was something he was quite proud of, at least back then when he did it. But the thing is, he didn't want to come back to it. It reminded him of when he was so small. Well, he was never small, as he was never born exactly. But back then, he felt lost and small in the way he didn't know how the world worked. And though he felt so vulnerable to those around him, and though it was lovely being surrounded by people who cared for him, those lives of Dottore, and the way everything turned out in the end, it turned those peaceful memories, memories filled by love and kindness, into something haunting and horrible. It was something that hurt him beyond belief, no matter how much he tried to turn it around. And that's why he avoided dancing so much. It scared him, because whenever he thought of it, he would come back to that place in his memories, and it reminded him of it too well, when he wasn't strong enough to actually remember it. But slowly, things started to change. Maybe it was the way you accepted him, the way you made him feel like he's someone worth loving, or the way he started being at peace with himself more, that he felt more comfortable looking back at his past and making something of it, trying to change the future, and maybe turning those memories that turned sour into something sweet once more. Because right now, he's got someone by his side who deserves it. You deserve his love and attention, and you deserve to see him dance. That's why he tries to practice it on at first. He doesn't want to look a little bit embarrassing, and it may be awkward since he hasn't danced for years. He barely remembers it. So he starts having those sessions with himself. A dancing session. He would play music and dance. And somehow it felt like therapy. And it liberated him from those memories, making new ones, thinking of you. It turned something so horrible and horrifying into something utterly new to him. And even though it was not completely new by any means, but it just redefined it into something beautiful, something he can do again, something that won't make him cry at night and remember all the nightmares that he got. And soon he's back into it, dancing like he has all those years ago. But the thing is, he doesn't know exactly how to show it to you. Should he just go up to you and tell you to wait and watch him while he dances? That felt too embarrassing, and maybe too silly. What if you didn't like it? What if you weren't the kind to watch traditional dances? He kept overthinking it, but he kept practicing, unsure of what else to do. But little did he know that since he didn't decide what to do and felt unable to confront you, fate would have it that you would confront him instead, and that you would find him dancing just by chance. When you were passing by his room, his door opened, as he had forgotten to close it, thinking that you would be outside at this hour. And you watching, mesmerized. You had no idea he danced like this, that he could look so delicate and so beautiful. You're silent at first, and maybe for a couple of minutes as it goes on, afraid that if you spoke up, he would stop completely. But then he makes another turn and sees you. He blushes, freezing in place. How long were you standing there? Well, long enough, you say, feeling a bit nervous. Then you go to him, wrapping your arms around him and pulling him in for a hug, leaning in to kiss his cheek. Skara, you're a beautiful dancer. I'm kind of upset with you for hiding this, but you can make it up to me by continuing to dance. Now go on. I want to see you dance some more. It was something so magical. How did you not tell me about this? You tease him, and he blushes brighter, but he finds himself smiling. All those worries about you not understanding the dance or not liking the way he danced have completely disappeared. And now all he worries about is just impressing you with this dance that he has. So, he does his absolute best, trying not to fail you. He wants you to be impressed and to be happy with this dance that he danced. So that's why he does it with a smile. His moves elegant and slow and lovely all the same. You can't help but feel like he's stealing your breath as he moves. And when it's all done, you rush over to him, kissing him softly. You're wonderful, Skara. Never stop dancing, alright? He blushes at that, not knowing what else to say, but he melts into your arms all the same. He needed to hear it, even if he won't say it now, but he's glad. And he was more than happy to be able to show you something so close to his heart as this, and for him to feel like you loved it. Another part of him that you accepted into your heart.